everybody. This is Rick Prokop, and welcome to Piano Power Lessons. So the topic today is what are swinging eighth notes that are unequal, as opposed to swinging eighth notes that are equal that we saw in the last lesson. And you may not know this, but the French were the first to swing eighth notes, and it was primarily during the Baroque era, which spanned from about 1600 to 1770. Now, today we'll be working on eighth notes that are primarily of a 2-to-1 ratio. In other words, so you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So there's twice as many beats on the first eighth note as there is on the second one. And this kind of eighth note is usually used in a triplet format. So if we have But the point I want to get across is there's no one way, one method to play swinging eighth notes. And if you listen to various jazz musicians, pianists, saxophonists, whatever, you can identify them. You can pick them out blindfolded by how they play their eighth notes. Some of them swing them really hard with a 2-to-1 ratio. Some of them make them a little more straight. So before we get on to our examples at the keyboard, I just like to play this minuet for you, written by Jean-Philippe Rameau, who was almost an exact contemporary of Bach, and Rameau lived in France. So if this had been written in Italy or Germany at the time, they would have played it as written. And now I'll play through the whole piece playing a moderate, very moderate swing, almost imperceptible from straight eighth notes, and then a more pronounced swing. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. So the moral of the story is when the French played, they played somewhere in between, say, a 6-to-5 ratio, which was almost straight, and a 2-to-1 ratio, which was a triplified feel. And it's the same with jazz musicians today. If you listen to them, they're all different. They play their eighth notes differently depending on the speeds they're playing and how they feel at that particular moment. So let's go to the keyboard now, and I'll show you some ways to practice where you can develop this ability to play a triplified eighth note. So what I'd like you to do first is put your metronome on 120, and then hovering over, say, this C, which is 2 C's above middle C with your index finger, just do this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And this is how you're going to play your eighth notes. Up, down, up, down. So the starting motion is up, down, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So up on 1, down on 3. And now we're going to go down a 2-octave C scale with just our second finger and our thumb. Second finger plays on 1, third finger plays on 3. So it's an up motion on 1, a down motion on 3. Let's try that together. 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. Okay, now let's try going up. Start with an up motion with your index finger and cross your thumb under. 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. Down, up. All right, now I've sped the metronome up to 152. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now 208 on the metronome. That's my fastest setting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, the next exercise is very difficult, and you want to make sure that you can do the 3 exercises that we did already. But now we're going to take the metronome at 1/3 the time of the original time, which was 120. And we're going to put it on 40. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you want to get that index finger never ahead of the beat. Okay? All right. And now I've moved the metronome up to 52. So now we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and And now the metronome's even faster, it's 69. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Now we're going to try a little triplified blues lick. So the notes we're using are B flat, G, G flat, F, E flat, C, then again B flat, G, G flat, F, E flat, and C. And I'm going to put the metronome on and we're going to play it as triplets like this. Up, down, using these 2 fingers, see? And then off. So the metronome is on 116. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. last note I did a down, up. Okay? So in terms of ups and downs, we have up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. All right, now we're going to add a little quarter note bass line to the mix. And we're going to use C, E, F, F sharp, G, and then G, C. The counting will be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and let's try it with the metronome on. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Once again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and All right, so hands together, we have this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. And then with the metronome just ticking on quarter notes, we'd have this. 2, 3, 4. All right, in our next example, we're going to go up a blues scale. We'll start on C, E flat, F, F sharp, G, B flat, C, E flat, F, F sharp, G, C. Fingering 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1. And this is with the metronome ticking on all of the triplet eighth notes. 3 and 4 and and with the metronome ticking on quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's it for today. There'll be a couple more lessons coming up on swinging eighth notes that I hope you'll join me for. And with that, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.